Good morning and hello. Warren here, Warren's Wilderness Woodlore. We're here in Alaska. We're at a big river down on the Kenai Peninsula here, and we're fishing. What we're called. Sorry, just woke up early in the morning. It's been a couple days, but I thought I'd tell you kind of what we're doing. It's called dip netting. So it's you have to be a resident, kind of a subsistence style way to harvest fish, and these are salmon. So we're getting here, and so we use a big hoop, a big net, and you stand out in the river here, and the salmon are coming up the river to spawn, and there's hundreds of thousands of salmon coming up the river. And so you have to have a license and a permit, and there's regulations on the size of your net and all that you have to follow. But anyway, so it's a means of harvesting salmon so that you can go and, people freeze them, can them, and process them and all that, so that way through the next year, the winter and that, you can have a store of salmon to get you through the winter. And so we do this every year. We come out here and we get our salmon and we go home and put them up, and yeah, and then we eat salmon all year. So it's pretty good. Not every day, of course, but anyway, it's a great way to put up some food, to harvest food. And so one of the resources here in Alaska, of course, is salmon. So you got to harvest the resources that you have, and so it's all heavily regulated in that, so that it's a renewable resource. And so that's one of the nice things about living here, is that we have this resource. And as you can tell from the footage you've seen, there's a lot of people here. Well, this looks like a lot of people, let me tell you. There's several rivers in Alaska that have, well, there's quite a few rivers in Alaska that have salmon runs, and they're big salmon runs. And so, yeah, so this may look like a lot of people, but yeah. So this fishery here goes on for about a month. So for a month you can come out here and try to dip net some salmon. And so just a different way to harvest food, so rather than using a pole. But it can be a lot of fun. We've had some really nice sunny days, so it's gotten cloudy today and it's threatening to rain. We'll see what happens. We're going to try to get a few more fish. And but anyway, so I hope you enjoy this video, and see you around. Doesn't matter.
Well, hello, and welcome back. We're actually at my house now. Got the fish here. What happened was a big storm came in and kind of blew us off the water, and so it's about a 4-hour drive home. So we were planning to come home this evening anyway, so we had packed up before we went out early because the tide was in real early, and then the storm blew in, so we kind of called it a day. The fishing really dropped off, or catching I should say. But anyway, I wanted to show you. I was going to do a little afternoon catch and cook, because the tides were early morning and late afternoon, late evening, and so there's this time in the middle where we had a bunch of hours to do nothing, and so I was going to go back and cook one over the fire for lunch. But anyway, that's okay. We came home, but I wanted to show you some of the fish here. And you can see, there's your nice red salmon from Alaska, fresh out of the, it was right at the mouth of the river in the ocean, so these we're just vacuum packing some of that salmon. I went ahead and filleted it out, and then we just make little, we use our food saver here, and we put a couple fillets or a couple tails, however package you like it, but we put it in, and then you can write the date on it, so that way you put it in your freezer and you're ready to go. It'll last for months and months and months like this, 6 months even longer, so keep the air out of it. So, anyway, one way to preserve salmon.